So that sorry, I had my mic muted. Sorry, I just didn't see it. So yeah, thank you for joining us. We talk football. I'm your host, Anthony CFC. This is a brand new show. It's a Chelsea Arsenal show. Hopefully, Flo would be joining us shortly as well. Then we can go over the bottling of the top four by Arsenal Football Club. And yeah, it's an interesting time right now in Arsenal Football Club, and certainly in Chelsea's uh, future as well. So we are gonna talk about the fear mongering. That's what I want. That was the word that I was thinking about. The fear mongering, and it's just I don't get it. I just think that the government is trying to pull something over Chelsea, or trying to get a little bit more chunk out of the whole thing at the end of the day. And this is what this is the plain feeling that I have. So I've been reading about this everywhere. And yeah, so this is something that I just read through one of the one of the articles out there. Sources close to Roman Abramovich have disputed a government narrative that states the owner is willing to let Chelsea go under and abandon the sale process. I thought we just went over this and just finished this problem like a couple of weeks ago. I just don't get this. This comes after the reports that the sale been thrown into doubt due to the lack of assurances from Abramovich regarding where the proceeds from the sale of the club will go. The government officials reportedly have doubts about whether a special license needed to approve the sale will be issued before a deadline at the end of the month due to the uncertainty regarding the destination that the funds will go after the sale. This could see the sale fall apart completely, with the government so stating that they believe Abramovich is willing to let Chelsea go bankrupt. However, these claims have been disputed by sources close to Roman. Number one, first they came out with something saying that Roman Abramovich was asking for his loan back. Immediately, 24 hours later, even before 24 hours, the club put out a statement saying, no, he's not. And again, once after this came out, the the Roman Abramovich says this is wrong. I don't get it. I just don't get why they're doing it. The sale has to go through by the end of the month, because that's when the before the end of the month, because that's when the license is that's when the license is ending. That's when the special license is ending. The Todd Bowley has been in Cobham, meeting with Emma Hayes, meeting with Thomas Tuchel, doing his thing. You know, I think he already was having another meeting with Thomas Tuchel again as well, with regards to what you call the summer plans, and so on and so forth. So I just don't get why they're talking or doing these types of things. And it's just so strange. And right now I was reading through Twitter, just going through Twitter, uh, checking on what's going on about Chelsea. And now I get sources close to Todd Bowley led takeover have said that they are on track for May 31st deadline. There is a belief that the UK government are making a late attempt to get more control over the distribution of proceeds. So, what does that tell you? That tells me that they want the peas. They're looking for that moolah. They they want the dinero. They want the pounds. It's absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. It's just I don't get it. Haven't the fans suffered enough? Haven't Chelsea Football Club gone through enough? It's absolutely ridiculous. I really don't get it. And it's it's so stupid. The sale of the club is gonna go through no matter what, no matter what anybody says out there. It is definitely happening. It is definitely gonna go through, and it is what it is. Uh, and anybody who wants this to fail, eh, I mean, dream on, bro. That's all I got to say. In other Chelsea news, Thomas Tuchel did not want to adapt his style for Lukaku. Lukaku's signing last summer came after Chelsea held talks for Harry Kane, Robert Lewandowski, and Erling Haaland. None were viable, so Lukaku was signed instead. Now that things are coming out, it's more and more likely that we could assume that Romelu Lukaku wasn't a Thomas Tuchel signing, but it was more or less a board signing because we wanted a striker. So the club has failed Thomas Tuchel, in my opinion. We have failed in trying to sign a striker who is not good enough for what we want to do. He would be perfect for a different club, but maybe not in the Premier League, but in another league, maybe in like Inter Milan, as he was very good there. Maybe like in the Serie A, any other team, maybe in the Bundesliga, and more things are coming out in this Lukaku situation, and they apparently they want to go and meet the new owners after the sale process is gone through. Right now Chelsea are talking with other players because that's the only thing that they can do, maybe through intermediaries or whoever it is just talking with um, others at the end of the day. And yeah, so moving on in that same thing, this sale process is tiring and ridiculous at this point, to be honest. I just don't. It's enough is enough. Get it over with and start getting these deals done, because it's crazy. There is talent out there, and we can go on and try to get things done. And that's the main thing. There is signings out there to be made, especially in the defensive part of things, and there are players available for us, and we have to start acting on this immediately, so we can't afford to fall behind. uh so yeah, let me see. So yeah, so Chelsea have shortlisted Lewandowski, which has been on their radar for the last 3 years. Thomas Tuchel loves him and would love the opportunity to work with him. Uh, it might be a long shot, but it all depends on what is going to happen with Romelu Lukaku as well at the same time. But even though it is a long shot, I think it is a shot that we need to take as well. It is definitely a shot that we do need to take. And, I'm not sure. I think he is on a free. He has already said to Bayern Munich that he's going to leave in the summer. So it's an opportunity that we need to take. It's an opportunity definitely that we need to take. So yeah, so let me bring some viewers into our chat. We got Josh joining us, so all the way from down under, same as me, all the way from Sydney. Hello, Josh. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Oh, I'm actually just north of Sydney, Newcastle, but yeah, I'm in the neighbourhood. How are you?
Man, I'm tired, bro. I'm really tired of all of this bloody takeover crap that is going on.
What with Chelsea at the moment?
Bro, it's enough is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that. I'm not surprised at all.
It's just so stupid. Like look at this report, right? I'm just bouncing this off of you just to see what you think, right?
Yeah,
So sources close to Todd Bowley led takeover have said that they are on track for the May 31st deadline, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
which is exactly what is going to happen. There is a belief that the UK government are trying to make a late attempt to get more control over the distributions of the proceeds, which
Right.
is very strange to me because I thought they were going to donate it to charity as well.
Yeah, I mean, because from what Roman was saying, he wanted the price to go to the charity foundation for Chelsea, didn't he?
No, no, no. He wanted those funds to go to a charity or something that would help the war victims of Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, right.
And
I knew it was something. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and the UK government wants the same thing as apparently that's what they wanted to do. I am
Yeah.
thinking that they want to get some of this money because maybe like a brokering fee or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like you get in the US with the lotto money. You know, they'll tax half of it away. Maybe they're just looking for a few pennies to pinch. Who knows? Because
Exactly,
that's
because
that's ridiculous. Yeah,
it's 4.5 billion, right? It's not a
yeah.
small amount of money. But haven't the fans suffered enough?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, yes, it's good that that you can start operating like normal again, outside of all the sanctions that were put down. But I mean, surely they can just let it slide, or even have like a, I don't know, maybe they can hold on to it as some sort of leverage. I don't know, but surely the club being what it is now, Roman being out of the picture and not going to get the proceeds,
Mhm.
then I don't see why they need to go interfering as they appear to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can get your frustration, man. That's a real shit show.
It's bloody stupid, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just don't get it. And it's for me, it's I, like we already have to make transfer plans for next year and so on and
yeah.
so forth. Uh, and it's Liverpool and Manchester City are already trying to strengthen their side of things, and City have already started strengthening. And
That's right.
because of all of these things, we are still falling behind, and we have to start doing everything. You know what I mean?
Well, that's right. I mean, but the position you're in, it can work both ways, because maybe Chelsea can slightly change their model to actually have a better foundation for the next 5, 10, whatever
E-
years.
exactly.
So, but in the short term, they still need to at least remain relevant to maintain that income coming in, which is essential
Be,
for the owners, because
yeah, be
these
competitive, isn't it?
that's right. I mean, they still need the prize money coming in. They still need to have some sort of return on their investment, whether that's in dividends or stocks in the US, or whatever they decide to go down. Or I know some of them are doing Bitcoin and all those cryptocurrencies. So who knows what they're going to do plans wise to make the money back? But they yeah, the initial outlay for this transfer window has to still be upwards of 100, 150 million, just to remain close and still be in that competitive realm as the other top four teams.
Yeah, and also in order for us to even start doing that, we need this fucking sale to go through, number one,
That's right.
and then start
Yeah,
planning on shit. You know what I mean?
because and that's the thing. Like, I don't doubt that if most of the people are still in the same positions as they were in the Roman era,
Mm,
I know he wanted to keep it as smooth as possible, but you would imagine that that some of their scouts and some of the youth academy coaches and all this sort of stuff, they would have done some groundwork to lead into what was going to be the transfer season, regardless of sanctions. But
mm,
obviously, some of it got put on hold because all the money just basically access to money dried up. Now,
right up.
in that, there's no doubt they have targets. There's no doubt that Tuchel would have been talking with the scouts and the board and all this sort of stuff to go, hey, I want these couple of players, and actually give him a window where he can do his own stuff.
Yeah.
But now that's just all up in the air again. I feel for you guys. I do.
Exactly, bro. And for me, I'm not taking any of these things reported seriously because I've had enough, and I
Yeah,
just think the government is just trying to take the piss. at this moment in time.
Yeah.
We've done everything that they wanted us to do, and I'm just trying to draw the line right now. You know what I mean? And be like, fuck you guys. We're gonna do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck we want to do.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. It's like the club hasn't done anything wrong, and that's what I found the most unfair about this. It's literally just,
It's like we are
it's
innocent bystanders, in this
that's right.
situation.
But you're innocent by association. Sorry, guilty by association, and that's never the right way to rule these make these rules, I guess. And that's the frustrating thing. It's like Chelsea themselves as a unit have done nothing wrong, but because they are such a big attachment to Roman, they froze everything else. So why not Chelsea as well? And that has a bigger impact on not just the club, but what about the fans and the morale and the mental health, all these sorts of things that are knock on for fans that
Mhm.
they don't really consider. It's just, oh, this guy's right there with. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but like he's right there with Putin and all these sorts of things, and
Mm.
but he's not a supporter, and it's not like he could be, but it's not like he's directly causing the violence and the conflict. So there is that grey area that they're being precautionary, but I think it's been too much, especially for the club.
Yeah, we got a special guest tonight. Uh, this is a show that I want to keep on doing for a long for once every week. Hopefully, maybe
Yeah,
if you are also gonna join us, Josh, I might be able to change the name of the show to the Chelsea, Man United, and Arsenal show, because we are a league below the
the,
top of the
the
league.
you should call it the 3/4 club because we haven't made
Yeah,
it into the top two yet.
or the shit show.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The best of the
So
rest.
so I'm gonna add in our resident Arsenal fan, Flo, into the conversation, and
Hello,
also,
friend.
and I want
Hi
to
guys.
Hello.
do this as a tribute for Flo as
Oh, here
well.
we go.
Arsenal ready
Pleasure.
for Europe.
Yes, we are. We still are. We still are. We still are. I don't go back to my word. We in Europe at the end of the day. I mean, my emotion and my handshake and Europe is all for Europe, not Champions League to be precise.
Oh,
Oh, you did. Okay, you didn't.
he
You
got,
didn't. You didn't sum it up properly. I see. I
yeah,
see.
yes, yes.
No, you
He
don't get
got,
something. No, but I had. I knew that we're gonna crumble. We were looking like that. We were going towards that way,
Yeah.
and to be honest, the North London Derby was the perfect example. We should have been finished even before that, probably even before that.
Mm.
The one we lost the 3 games. I don't know how we won against Chelsea and United after that.
even I don't know how that happened, to be
So
honest.
I think that just gave us hope as Arsenal fan. And let's come back to reality. I think pressure, we don't know how to handle it, and I don't think it's the
Yeah.
footballing aspect. I think it's just the pressure was too much. I don't know. Maybe something could have been done differently. Perhaps even Josh, the one of the owners, coming down to the game, speak to the team. That makes a difference as well. Like when you get this type of high profile, not just the coach.
Yeah.
The owners of the club coming down to you to the dressing room and give a speech. That could have been done. I don't know what was done, but whatever was done was not successful. That did not work, and we are crumbling now. We back in we're back in Europe, back to Europa Cup, and I think we have to go slow and steady. We just cannot fast track, step by step, I guess.
And you also, I remember in a previous stream, Flo, you always have your standards very high for the club, and said, if you're in Europa League, just I think as even Manchester United, what you got to do is to be in the final at least, or try to win the whole thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
100%.
No, you got to win. You got to win. We got the best clubs in the world. Like in the Premier League,
Yeah.
the top six. Any top six club can win any cups. Literally, this is how the top two can win all the cups. The top six can win the Europa easy. Should win.
Should
I
win.
mean,
That's the other thing.
should win. I mean, this year, no British team in the Europa Cup final, surprisingly. So
Yeah.
no, my mistake, Rangers. So as a British team, not
Ah,
English
yeah.
team.
Yeah. English teams, no, they fell short, isn't it? Leicester
Yeah,
City and West Ham, and then you got Tottenham getting kicked out of the Conference League as well because of something I don't know.
Do you guys
But
think this could be due to fatigue?
no, you played one game a week. What
No,
yeah.
no,
fatigue?
no, not Arsenal. I'm not talking about Arsenal. I'm talking about the Premier League clubs not achieving to the finals.
Oh, it could be several things, Flo. One thing is West Ham don't have the experience being in Europe.
Yeah,
Leicester the same. I think the only season that they have been in Europe is the season that they won the Premier League, and that the following
the
season,
following year. Yeah,
yeah, they played the Champions League. uh, and it is, and these teams like what you call Rangers and
mm,
Eintracht Frankfurt, you get your Sevillas, and all these other teams, they actually thrive, or they want to be in the Europa League and try to win it all the time, and that's what they do in general, I guess. But
that's why they had such a good record. I mean, you look at see when I look at West Ham, Tottenham, and these clubs, they are definitely more of the more likely to be the fatigue teams because they
mm,
don't have that deep squad that the teams above them do. Really, like I mean, even Arsenal could have put out, like say Rob Holding or a lot of the sort of the more second string players if they were playing Europa League and still would have gone a decent length into it if they played well.
mhm.
So, but yeah, you've got obviously Liverpool, Chelsea still has a decent amount. United at shit quality, but they have a lot of players. And City are just ludicrous. But anything sort of beyond that top four team, it's quite shallow in the roster. So they were going to burn out having more than one or two games a week. So yeah,
Chelsea right
it's never
now,
happened.
bro, are vibes. You know what I mean? It's just
Oh,
it's just good vibes, and we are just calmly going about right
I mean,
now.
Chelsea basically. I mean, like if we don't talk about Chelsea, Chelsea did not decline. If you think about it, they're still in the top three all the time. They've always been.
But
They
no,
all,
everybody else thought that we declined. We bottled
no,
everything,
no, no. I think
You know what I mean?
I mean the only thing you guys did not do this year, you did not win any cup.
Not domestic cups, no.
yeah, Tuchel would have been sacked
We
if
have
that
a
was the
World Cup and a
case.
Super Cup, yeah.
Yeah,
If
that
if
was, I consider last season.
World Cup
if,
Cup was played in January.
Yeah, but that comes along with
There you go, typical Arsenal fan.
no, not even that. I'm not even dissing Chelsea. I'm just saying because the World Cup came at the bounce of winning the Champions League, which was 2021.
Yeah.
So based on that, not because of me being Arsenal,
No,
but,
that is true.
but
Like,
this
yes,
year
but
I'm
the
talking
thing
that,
about
is,
that's
this
still
year to
yeah,
22. You know, like
that's still
I mean
linked to last season.
yeah, it
yeah,
is linked
Really,
to last season, but we still had to play it this season.
it was in this calendar year. So yeah, I
yeah.
guess you could say both.
Hmm. We'll give you
So
that. We'll give you that.
no, but I mean, I'm not saying that it is what it is, but we as a club, as a club, I mean, I'm talking men's, women's, everything, right? We have been, I mean, the men's have been okay. Like if I had to give a score out of 5, I would maybe give a 3.5 maybe maximum, right? But as a club, I would give like a 4.5 or 4, because the women's team is doing absolutely brilliantly. They just won their FA Cup. They won their uh women's Super League, the Premier League version of it, and they're doing great in that. And even the men's team is doing what they have to do. I believe even the youth teams, they haven't performed to
Mhm.
the highest levels as they have, but they have performed up to a certain level. But
There's still a lot of strength there too. There's still a lot of strength in the youth ranks there. So yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and as a club, with all these problems and everything that is going on and whatever issues that is there, we still haven't dropped our standards as a club.
You can't. You got too many good players. Amanta, your team is so strong. But even, I mean, a lot of people diss Chelsea just because they haven't won much this year. Or they haven't compete with Liverpool or Man City,
Yeah, but who
and
has?
people don't realize that Chelsea, the way you guys play the FA Cup final,
Bloody
oof.
hell. And everybody came. I'm looking for some tweets, okay, by some fans, uh, about that FA Cup. I seen some come out about the FA Cup. Uh, so one second, I'm just trying to look for it. One moment. Where is these things? Uh, yeah, but yeah, that FA Cup. To be honest, I thought it would end in the 90 minutes and it would be maybe like a 1-0 towards Liverpool. But for us to take them to to the penalties, that was a massive achievement. He lost Andres Christiansen in the hotel because he said that he doesn't want to play.
Yeah, what the
Apparent,
hell was that?
Wrong.
apparently, he has said that he needs. Josh is being attacked.
Yes, the partner's putting some art supplies away.
but but yeah, like
Apologies.
nah, that's all good, bro. Like I was saying, like Andreas Christiansen, apparently it was mental illness or something. I don't know what it was. It's something similar to that,
It's
but
an
it.
excuse.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, it looks like an excuse. But if it's really something to do with mental illness, I mean, I would excuse it if it really is that. But in the same way, I am thinking for myself, like, think, hmm, you know, Paul Pogba has to go through a lot more shit than that every day, and he still
Yeah.
plays even badly or whatever it is. He still comes up and he shows up. And in order to be an elite sportsman in a sport where it's been watched by millions and billions of fans, you need to
Yep.
have like a rock hard mindset. You know what I mean? and,
Yeah.
and for me, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Well,
What a
that's the thing.
letdown.
Yeah, but it's such a worldwide sport that has been basically turned into it's been turned into Hollywood. There's personalities, there is like so much attention that these people usually get more attention and love put into them than people that actually deserve it.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. Not saying that, being an elite sportsman is, it's wonderful and they deserve all the credit and everything they get. But yeah, so as you rightly said, you need to have that strong mentality to be able to handle criticism or just anything that comes with the territory, because you are under the spotlight 90% of your career, and you'll be lucky to have a 10-year career, and if you do, you usually go down as a good player for the most part.
Exactly right.
So yeah.
And these are some of the, like, one of these tweets, like I just found one, right? Look at this. 2019 championship playoff miss. 2020 FA Cup final miss. 2021 FA Cup final miss. Euro 2020 final penalty miss. 2022 EFL Cup, missed out on that. 2022 FA Cup final, missed out on that. Mason Mount let his club Chelsea and country England down, and that's what's coming out. And are you telling me, are you seriously saying these things? You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
ridiculous is that?
That's a lot of pressure on someone so young, though.
But they never say, uh, you know, assisting in the assisting in the Champions League quarterfinal, assisting in the Champions League
Yeah, but
semi-final,
that would be the
scoring a
Yeah.
goal
narrative
in
for
the
the time,
Champions
you
League
know.
semi-final, assisting Kai Havertz to win the Champions League final in
Yeah.
2020. Nobody speaks about that, but only pointing out the failures of Mason Mount. I never go in on any player because it's very, very important that we should protect these things. I don't care about Andreas Christiansen because, you know, last time he did something, he had to, he's what you call, uh, he always gets stomach aches or something is wrong with his tummy before a game, before any big game. And when they said that Andreas Christiansen has pulled out, it didn't shock me. You know what I mean? And this
Yeah.
is only just one tweet, right? And
But
the other
a lot
thing,
of players, a lot of football players. I mean, now like I got some friends who are agents, and one thing they do now when they recruit a young player, they go along with the psychologist,
mm,
with the therapist, and there's certain program now. Like, I mean, I cannot talk about other countries. I can only talk about UK. But in UK, we got programs who are set up for any professional athlete, not just football, any athlete
mm,
who comes under the scrutiny of the media, how to face it, how to handle mental pressure. Because literally, I think if you think about, it's not about on the day there are players who are probably even better than Messi or Ronaldo, but they just can't handle the pressure.
mm,
And
Yeah.
I'm sure like any academy we've seen that one player, like how come he has not made it? Like how come that player did not made it?
mm.
And that's all down to mentality.
And that comes that's with every club as well. Like I can think
Yeah,
of a few that came through United in the last few years. There was that Adnan Januzaj that came through when
Januzaj,
oh,
yeah,
Shanghai.
Januzaj.
I mean, he was showing some real talent, but now he's only like mid-table La Liga or something at the moment. He's like
Yeah,
Sociedad or something like that.
and he's still
There
young.
was that Kiko Makeda. He was another
yeah.
guy. Like he looked techie as hell. He started off with brilliance, like 3 goals in 2 games or something, and then just fell away. And then you obviously got Greenwood, but he sort of lived up to that a bit. Who's that other
But
guy?
I mean,
James
he's a
Wilson.
perfect example. Look at Greenwood. Look where he ended up
Yeah,
in,
like
where he
he
is now.
wasn't. Yeah, they're not being mentored the way they should be,
Mm,
and it works both ways. Like if you're in the youth academy right from a very very young age, your parents sort of look out for you in that regard. You do all your studying and everything through the club for the most part. You don't do that real world experience. You don't go and get a job at 14 if you're kept there the whole time because you're there, you're signed on, and then when you get your contract, if you're lucky enough to break through to the first team, you spent almost 30 years of your life having everything done for you, and then once you retire, you're in the open world, and you're like, well, what the hell do I do? I don't get my rent paid. I don't get all of my meals cooked for me.
mhm.
Like
Yeah,
it's a bit of a shock to the system, and these young kids that think they've made it, it's a rude awakening when things go wrong for them. They
yeah.
lose form or they're down tools, and then all of a sudden the whole world's after them, and they're like, "Well, but I'm good. I've been here this long. Something must be wrong with them." You know?
And this is another tweet, right?
And I got a
Most if
feeling that Haaland could be in that bracket.
we'll have to wait and
Possibly.
see on that, isn't it? But like this is another one, right? That I just seen.
Well, I
Most
hope so.
FA Cups won by a London club. Arsenal 14, in brackets, most successful club ever, and Chelsea 8. The gap won't be closing anytime soon. And just below that,
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta holding the FA Cup trophy on top of his head. At the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine saying things or things like that, but you got to be careful to say. If you got to be careful in saying things like that as well, because at the end of the day, we are still a very, very, very good team. We could have
Yeah.
easily won that FA Cup just as Liverpool won that FA Cup as well. Even the AFL Cup. It could have gone either way. It's just that I kept on saying this. We are not that team yet. We can't beat teams like Liverpool yet because yes, we are very good, but we are not as good as them. You know what I mean?
Well, but
Nobody is very difficult.
that's the thing. The only thing that separated you and Liverpool this year in those cup comps was penalties.
Yeah,
So it's in a one-off game. You're not too far off. And
no.
Tuchel's tactics worked both times, and they were very, very similar in both games, and it was effective. It's just that consistency that can't be maintained over the league that's the biggest difference,
Hmm?
and that's more down to the players and the mishmash of coaches that hired them. So, yeah,
It's so weird, like things like this, saying always like throwing shade at Chelsea just because they lost the FA Cup, but
yeah,
nobody thought we were going to win it anyway, except the Chelsea fans. Even I thought that if we were gonna win, we were gonna win maybe like a 1-0 or something of that sort.
Yeah.
But that was just my heart. But my mind was telling, nope, it would end up in like maybe a 1-0 or 2-0 to Liverpool, because they are the
Yeah.
informed team. They have all the momentum. They were flying high, and to be honest, they are a very very hard team to beat. And
100%.
for me, I was very 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 happy. And just right now we just seen a tweet come out by Trivago, our sponsor, and hopefully our main sponsor next season, because we are getting rid of that awful 3 logo. Every bloody sponsor that pulled out during this period of time is
Yeah.
getting kicked out of the club, which is rightfully so. I love that happening, saying, welcome to the Chelsea FC family, Todd Bowley. Let's go.
Oh, that's a nice little afterthought then.
Yeah. So, and this is what I mean, right? All these things that they were speaking about, this is getting derailed, that is getting derailed. Within 24 hours, you see all of these things come out saying, what nonsense is this? You know what I mean? And Trivago is a massive company. Why the hell should they tweet it out saying, welcome to the club, Todd Bowley? You know what I mean?
I'm
So if it's
surprised they
not
made
going to
the
go
announcement without publicly announcing this.
oh, it's done. There is nothing for him to do more.
No,
It's
no,
it's
I'm
all
talking
it's a
of
done deal.
no, but I'm talking about the amount, like for the sponsor, because like having the main logo on your sponsorship is millions of lights.
Oh no, so we haven't.
Mm.
It's Trivago. I'm hoping for Trivago, because Trivago was the only sponsor who remained with us, because they were actually what you call sponsoring our training kits. So I'm hoping that Trivago would be a good
Mm.
thing, because at the end of the day, they stuck by us through thick and thin. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just saying they deserve to
Okay.
be our main sponsor, if that's the case. And 3 can bugger off. Hi Hyundai is already gone. We are getting some whale fin thingy. I don't know what it is. It's an NFT or something like that, or a cryptocurrency. But it's a lot of money, which is bloody brilliant. And
Yeah.
it's the most important thing at the end of the day. We don't want people who are going to leave us when times get tough. We want people who are going to be there with us through thick and through thin. And yeah, so
Mm.
um on to a little bit more news, and then we'll go into Arsenal, and then we'll talk a little bit about Manchester United. You must be
Do we
very
have to?
excited, isn't it, Josh? So yeah,
Don't.
so
Nah.
the Robert Lewandowski news is starting to pick some pace up, and it's certainly interesting. It's certainly interesting, because I don't think Romelu Lukaku is gonna be there with Chelsea for next season. What do
Mm.
you guys think?
I personally think in order to get rid of Lukaku, you probably would need to get Lewandowski first before getting rid of him. So
Yeah.
now I need to get a club who have got the dosh to pay for Lukaku. It's not easy
Oh,
nowadays.
apparently we are not willing to make a profit out of Lukaku or anything of that sort. We
Mm.
have already made up our mind that we are gonna make a loss on Lukaku, and like, if we are gonna let him go, we are gonna let him go on a cut deal, maybe to a PSG or something like that. Because they need a striker, isn't it? Because Mbappe is not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Unless,
and also Bayern needs a striker.
well, I heard Mane. Bayern. I heard Mane. I heard some rumors about Mane being linked with them. Don't know.
It's
I can't really
certainly
say.
strange. It's certainly
Yeah.
strange. But
So
yeah, Josh.
I was going to say, if that's true that they're willing to take a loss, that's probably the best news for the
Chelsea
Chelsea
fan.
team and the Chelsea fans you can have after this new deal's coming up. Because yeah, I mean, the guy has been an absolute. He's been an absolute flop. Like he's been wearing cement shoes again all year, and us
Timberland.
United fans were just like, "We told you so. We told you so." You're like, "Oh, it's homecoming. He's coming back. He's going." No, we told you. It's not going to
Even
work.
I bought into the hype, man. Even I
Yeah,
bought
man.
into the hype.
That's
I
it.
never buy into
I think we
anything.
all had the hype of. I mean, look at the start that he had. He had an
Oh,
amazing
he
start.
had a massive start. He always does that. That's the thing with
Yeah.
Lukaku.
But yeah, but he'll always bully those. Well, he didn't even do it this year though. He's usually a flat track bully. You know, he'll put 2 against Southampton and 3 against Brentford or whatever. But he didn't even do that this year. So what happened? Did he go back to his crappy his crappy diets and his beef and burgers for bloody breakfast? I don't know what he did, but
I
It's
think
just
he
strange.
should never gone back to Italy to start with.
or he should have stayed there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, should have stayed there.
I'd just stay there if you're gonna come up with those comments on this interview halfway through
Yeah,
the season. And the worst thing, I mean, that guy started so well. The interview that he was making, you know, he was talking well, and he was a threat to the Premier League. Like, he came in as a massive threat. He was a monster.
yeah.
And thank God that I mean, I don't care really because, you know, he had no impact on us, but what a shame, you know, a guy like Lukaku to lose credibility like that is a shame.
He's a useless man.
He
He's
reminds me of
useless.
Pogba going back to United, you know.
Fucking
Hundred
useless he
percent,
is.
one hundred
But
percent. Yeah,
it is what it is with Lukaku. But it so Flo. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the Arsenal fallout has been massive. Top four hopes are pretty much done. I know you wanted top four. I know a lot of Gunners wanted the
We
Gooners
all.
wanted the
There's not
top
a
four.
single
Everybody
person who
want
didn't want that.
and you know Piers Morgan just put a laughing emoji when Chelsea lost the FA Cup only 24 hours later to get his thing. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Um,
Mhm.
was it all or nothing or all for nothing?
For me, I think we got an issue, Arsenal, with Monday Night Football, MNF.
Yeah.
We don't like
Oh,
Mondays.
here come excuses. Come on, let's hear
No,
it.
we don't handle. No, it's not even an excuse. We don't handle pressure.
Yeah.
We're not good in handling pressure, and this is. We may have good football, but if we cannot handle pressure, then you know, no matter how good you are, you could be the Barca from 2006, 2015. You're gonna crumble. And Arteta messed up. I mean, the whole team. I mean, I watched the game. We were rubbish. Arsenal were
100%.
rubbish. Like, there was nothing in the game that I don't even know if the forward had any balls. Like, hardly
Hmm.
any,
Eddie
nothing,
didn't
nothing,
have nothing, isn't it?
nothing. Was a dead game. Was the game is like, I don't know. Like, it's like we walk into the pitch with 10 kilo weight extra, and we were too slow. We were losing the second ball. Every second ball we were losing. We were not winning any battle, any physical battle that was happening. But at the same time, no excuses. But we had issue. I mean, Arsenal always got issue with ref. Like, that's ref
But
and
at the end
Arsenal.
of the day, you got to let
But
that go. To be
but no
honest, you
no
know
no.
what
But
I mean.
hold on. But ref yesterday got nothing to do with the game. A ref did not do nothing. It's just down to Arsenal, and you know, we asked as Arsenal fan, we just have to control our anger, control our emotions. Yesterday was not easy. Last night to watch, it was painful to
Hmm.
watch our team getting destroyed by Newcastle when there's so much at stake,
Mhm.
and we didn't do nothing about it. And us now, simple, we just have to accept. Okay, we're going to be in Europa, and Europa. Forget Champions League. I don't think Tottenham going to crumble. I don't think they're going to lose the last game. I doubt very much they're in full confidence right now. The Tottenham fans are in full confidence, I think,
Mm.
and we just have to accept that we're going to be in Europa, and that's it. And let's move on. We're not going to get the transfers that we want. We're not going to get the Dybala that we want. We're not going to get no big Champions League world class players. Nobody's going to come. So we will have to again play on gamble. We're going to gamble this season again this summer, like same as United. We're going to gamble because
Mhm.
when you cannot offer Champions League, you're not going to get the best players. So. And
So
now Chelsea gonna get stronger. Tottenham will get stronger. So this is it because
so
they cannot
Flo,
carry players.
there is improvement in the number of points because it's still 37 games gone and one more game to be played, and you're at 66 points.
Yeah, no, we
And
we have improved. We have
there is
improved, but
there is improvement, but the same number of losses as last season, where you finished eighth. More wins this season, 18 last season compared to 21 this season. Uh, and less draws. Last season you drew
Amanta, we
seven
spent
games.
155 million over the summer. We had to do that.
Yeah,
That's the
but
point.
and that's my question as well. So you spent 150 million in the summer, bought in defenders in Tomiyasu and in Ben White.
We
But
gambled.
yeah, but you have conceded more goals this season compared to last season.
You know, the question is on this. I don't. It's all about the winter transfer, the January
Yeah.
transfer. So we let go Aubameyang,
Mm.
our best
Maybe it's a
striker.
good thing and bad. I think it's a good call to let Uba go.
Yes, but now, looking at now, it was a bad call.
If you strengthen, it would have been right.
Yes, but we didn't. We played
Yeah,
the gamble. We
100%.
played the gamble. Arsenal board, Edu and the team above played the gamble of not buying any striker. We went for Vlahovic, which is perfect. That was the right move. Nobody came, but we could not rely on Nketa. He hasn't played enough game. We can't rely on Lacazette. He's past his time, and we
You
have
could have actually got that guy Bruno Guimaraes as well. You were actually
easy.
linked.
I don't
You
know
could
why
have,
we
you were
didn't go for
linked
him.
to him as well.
This is shocking. You know, I don't know why we didn't go for him. And secondly, sometime, you know, like, get someone tall for fuck's sake, man. You know, get someone who's 6'5".
Or recall William Saliba.
I mean that he's in a defender, but I'm talking about the striking because we lost. We didn't score. We don't score enough. I mean, look at the gap between us and Tottenham, us and you and Chelsea. I think us and United are more or less the same goal. No,
Pretty much the same point, yeah.
same point, but I think you guys even scored more goals than us. So we don't score goals this season.
Oh
We
yeah,
haven't scored.
Manchester United has scored more goals than Arsenal. However, Manchester United
Conceded.
have conceded more.
Yeah.
Way more,
It's
yeah.
bloody hell. You have
Yeah.
scored 57 goals
You know,
and conceded 56 goals.
but
Shit,
it's
I didn't
for me
realize
for
that.
United. And Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. I love Varane. I'm a fan of Varane, Rafael Varane. I'm a fan of him.
Yes.
But that
You
did
ruined
not
him, Josh.
work out at United. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but he's not enjoying the weather in Manchester.
I don't know.
No, there's a few things there. On Arsenal for a second, this season, any team that was in the position that you were in, the last two 8th place finishes, investing $150 million should at least see you move into the top 6 safely. That's my opinion, especially with the positions that were filled. Now, I'm not sure if you're like this, Flo, but what really gets me going is the up and down nature of the Arsenal fans, where you'll have 4, 5, 6 wins on the bounce, and you'll hear all the songs in the streets. We're back. Arteta's our god. All these sorts of things. The next Wenger, the next this. Pep's little little student. Now it really pisses me off because they're shameless. A lot of them are shameless, and it's exactly the same as United do with the fans. It's like anything that's remotely positive, they will pump that positive PR based around a player or a moment.
But Josh, the reason why we are like that because we are a big club. We're not a small club. Like
big. No,
we are
see,
a massive
I
club.
think you are a massive club,
No,
but
no,
you
but
don't
when I
act
say
like it.
I include United. I include United and Arsenal. We are a massive club, so hence why we got more opinions to feel. Like there are more opinions, there are more people on social media. If we don't
It's
perform,
true.
we get cursed, we get battered outside when we go to work. And I mean, banters is up and down. And you're right. Us with Arsenal fan, like we over too much. And these are times sometimes we should just calm the fuck down. Like don't speak too much. Be quiet.
Well, no, it's fine to be happy when you win. It's fine to be upset when you
Yeah.
lose.
Don't
But
say
there is no,
as an expert. No way.
yeah, there's no balance, and they're far too. I don't know what the word is. It's almost like a bipolar kind of feeling because it's just
Absolutely no.
they live 100% in that moment. And I mean, I know. Look, I know. I'm not. I don't live over there, so I don't know the the tribalistic side of things firsthand. But I do know that it's the sort of sport where you are 100% passionate and committed to once you've picked your club and you stick by them. But there's a fine line where expectations should be high because you are Arsenal. You should be in Champions League every year. You should be challenging for titles. That's what your history dictates. But I think a lot of fans are too strong-headed and too old school to hold on to the fact and be like, well, we're not lowering our standards, but they need to. I do it. Every fan does it, but I think everyone should just adjust where their reality lies in their head, because if you're going to be, oh, here we go. What's this?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna show this, and this is
Yeah.
exactly what I think Josh and Flo is talking about. It's just
Yeah, wait. And we got Martinelli, we got Gabriel, we got Tierney, we got Ben White, we got Aaron fucking Ramsey. Yeah, fuck that, bro. We're getting Champions League. We're coming top 4. Yeah, fuck the other teams. Yeah, we're gonna be smashing it in the Champions League next year. Fucking believe.
it's exactly, isn't it?
That's
It's
emotion talking. That's emotion after a game.
Yeah, that's straight after a game, man. That's
but
kind of understandable. Yeah,
You
I
get pumped
seen
up.
that
Like,
guy
when you
come
go
on.
to when you go
I
to a
seen him
game
come on the
live and
terrace.
come out, it's different feeling than when
No, but
you're
I
watching
seen him come out on the terrace every single time and say that Arsenal has the best young team in Europe. And this is not even after a game. This is like maybe before the game or something of that sort.
yeah.
And this is where the delusion comes. Sometimes you got to know where you really are. And that's why, you know, like some were pretty upset with me because I wasn't as upset as they were when we lost the FA Cup, because I wholeheartedly believe that we are not that team yet, and we are not there yet. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's the cold hard reality of things, and you got to accept it sometimes, and
But why not though? I mean, Tuchel's taken you to 6 of 7 cup finals that you've been since his term. Like, he's obviously taken it with players that aren't his. Like, why can't you be that team? He's already proved that he can do it.
But that's what I mean. Like, for me, I'm thinking we are not that team yet because we need something more to be added onto that team. For an example, our attackers are not doing it for him. So in my mind, we are the third best team, and I fully accept that. And
100%.
it is what it is, and that's where we are, and that's what I believe in. And that's why I say we are not that team yet. However, if we do add quality on the summer, maybe it can be a free transfer or whatever
I'm
it is.
so sorry to interrupt you, but you say you're not there yet. You're not there yet only in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In Europe, you as equal to Chelsea, to Liverpool, than City, than Real Madrid. You're equal to them.
Yeah.
So it's not like you any lower. It's just in the Premier League, you got 2 clubs who are better than you, and who are like probably in our history, probably the best 2 club ever we've seen in the Premier League. So it's no shame to be told.
No, there is no shame, and that's the thing. Losing to these 2 teams, there is no shame at the end of the day.
I guess that I cannot.
Oh, hello, little one.
Yeah. Flo's little one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Flo, and I was just thinking to myself, at the end of the day, what should Arsenal do now? And we also have a comment from our brother, Mr. Twisted. Flo, you have my deepest sympathies and condolences.
Oh, big up, Twisted.
Thank you. But it was momentum, like everybody has. Like we all love passionately our team, and we all want our team to perform, because that kind of, especially when you love that club and that kind of impact your life as well, your day-to-day life, your mood. You know, when you got your team performing, is just another bonus in your life.
It happens, isn't it? You can't stop it.
So, I mean, you know, this is just football at the end of the day. You know, I'm not the player playing. I'm not the one getting paid. I've got my job. I've got my business going. This is what matters to me. You know, this is just on the side now. I used to get not anymore now, not so more that now, because I think I kind of grown up and matured about it.
Everybody grows out of it, isn't it? But Flo,
But
the
it's still
question
there.
is,
The passion is still there. Okay, you too.
Hello.
but what do you need to do to take that next step? What do you need more in your team?
Me experience, just some older players. That's all we need. You know, like we going for these youngsters. Yes, amazing talent, upcoming talent. The next Robertson.
So, Flo, will you be happy for Liverpool if they win the quad? I am not going to be happy. I'll tell you that right now. I know Josh won't be happy as
I mean,
well.
I live in Liverpool.
Oh no, that'd be terrible.
I would love to see the parade, but the quad. No, 3 cup is enough. I don't want them to be the best team in history.
3 is more than enough, isn't it?
3 is enough. They can have one more cup. Cup.
Domestic treble or the cup treble will be okay for me.
Yeah,
we have to deal with Dan for one whole.
Shameless.
Yeah.
Can't shut him up normally. Imagine if they win everything.
That's what I was thinking about. I don't care about everything else. I was just thinking far out. There is no way that we can argue against Dan, isn't it, in this situation?
We'll have to go in hiding until the new season starts. That's exactly all it is. You're gonna have to put a temporary hiatus on your channel. We're gonna have to go into hiding.
I'm gonna be like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go. You know what I mean?
Come out.
But in other news, we are coming to Manchester United, Joshy boy. Apparently, Eric Ten Hag has come back 6 weeks earlier.
Yes.
Why do you think he came in 6 weeks earlier?
Because he needs it.
Oh well, that's it, 100%. But like, look, I'm so pumped, and it's very, very hard not to get overexcited because you know our clubs have burnt us too many times. You know, Arsenal can attest. There's a few times it's just been positive stuff that's been pumped out and it's just been lies. So I'm very, very apprehensive, but I'm so happy that Ten Hag's been announced. But he's going to be in the stands against Crystal Palace.
Oh, really?
That's going to be brilliant. Yeah, he's meant to go to some islands in the Pacific or something. I don't know where Ajax usually do their end of season celebrations and whatnot, end of season trip. But he's actually taken that time off early. He's coming to Old Trafford to watch the game, probably meet the players. I don't know too much that side of stuff, but yeah, he's coming in 6 weeks early. He's starting preseason early, and yeah, he's technically not having a break in the off season. He's going to start a lot of background work.
And it also shows what sort of a job he has in his hands as well. If he actually has to come in 6 weeks earlier, isn't it?
Well, that's it. There was an interview. I'm not sure if it was. I couldn't get the exact source of it. That I was reading up on some quotes, basically saying that he's seen the team. He's been watching them from Holland, and he's like,
it's not like he had much work to do, isn't it?
That's it. They wrapped it up. But he basically turned around and said, "Look, they're a good team. There's lots of good players. They just need to be together." And he's coming over early. He's going to see them live in action, and he's basically going to, just sit down with Ralph and figure out what the off-season plan is. But yeah, I'm pumped, and the fact he's coming early, that just shows, you know, he's my manager now. That's brilliant. I love to see that. He's dedicated and he's willing to. He's going to put in the hard graft, which is what hasn't been there for a long time.
He has to give Ten Hag has to give the best shot that he probably have to work more than he ever worked. So sleepless night, he will have to review tactics.
I think he already knows that right now, isn't it? It's going to be fucking.
I mean, that's a good sign. The fact that he's coming early. I mean, to be honest, nowadays you got to do that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'd be happy if he took his break though.
Unless you're Pep or Ancelotti or Klopp, that type of figure, coach, you don't wear. your aura speaks itself,
No.
but not for Ten Hag.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like he's
He's
shown
still
that
got
he's got the level.
Yeah, he's still
He's
gonna earn it. He's still gonna earn
well,
it because
but he's got the he did the three trophies back to back. I'm pretty sure, or the last three in a row in the Eredivisie.
Mm.
So he's obviously got something. Not that it doesn't matter about what league it is. Because yes, darling.
I want to have
Sorry.
one more strawberry milk.
No, it'll be a plain milk. Be out in a minute.
We've been in bed
sorry.
today.
Everyone's bedtime. Yeah, so all right, I'll get back to you in a minute, guys. Sorry, I'll answer that when I get back.
No, that's cool. That's cool, Josh. But yeah, Flo, it's gonna be simply interesting, isn't it? What is gonna happen with United? And that's another thing that I wanted to, which leads also to Arsenal as well.
Don't you think United have to do a surgery? What Arsenal just did over the
They
summer,
do.
and
I believe so. But that comes into my question as well. Another world-class manager coming into the league, and you got Super Mikel Arteta.
it's okay. I'm not worried about that because I tell you why. Sometimes, yes, we not gonna be in the Champions League. Yes, it hurts a lot. But at the end of the day, he has achieved the target to be back in Europe. So I'm gonna go with the plan now. Let's work slowly. Let's work steady. We got to get the core correctly. Get Saliba back. Show that we are a good team at the back. Show that we are bad to be broken down, and reach top four. I mean, not to lose any game that we're not meant to lose. Just be a good team. Just be literally just a good team. That's my expectation for next season from Arsenal. For United, with Ten Hag, is going to be a long. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what we're gonna see.
We're going to go backwards. That's going to be the first thing. Like United fans need to expect that it's going to be a long and painful season next season.
Patience,
but they don't have patience. Like a lot of fans, it's of instant stuff. Now, I'm willing to, because they're making all the right moves in the background. They got the right guy. They got Rangnick. They got Ten Hag, and now they've brought in Van der Gaag, which is his Ajax deputy. So there's familiarity there. They're all sort of going to. Then they're all sort of similar in when it comes to play style. So, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. And everyone's saying, "Oh no, this is it. This is the moment. They're going to pump up." No, you need to clear out plays. You need to bring some more in. Yeah,
but Josh, the thing is, I sense that hesitation in your voice as well, because Manchester United as a club has lied to their fans so many times. I sense that hesitation because everything looks very, very positive now. It looked positive under Wenger. It looked positive at the start under Mourinho.
Jose, yep.
Yeah, it also looked positive under what you call Oli as well. And last year, 21 was coming. It was like a lot of positivity going on, but all the right things were said. But
yeah, that's the main difference. The same thing has happened every single time, though. A little bit of trouble, a little bit of pressure, and they fold like a pack of cards. And the lies that come through from the club are just downright frustrating. And yes, you're right. I am hesitant, but I'm also super excited. I'm trying to keep it balanced.
Oh yeah, you should be excited.
Yeah. And
he's a top manager. I absolutely like it.
The biggest source of excitement for me is the fact that players like Matt Judge and the former negotiation guys, finance guys, PR guys, and everything else, they've all been sacked or retired or left or whatever. So it's literally
that's amazing. We don't see that. These are the good things for the club. These are the good things, because you got to change culture now. This is the new culture. That's the exact thing. The Fergie era is over. The Wenger era is over.
Yep.
Bring up your new culture.
That's right. And it doesn't have to be in the shadow of the former greats. Absolutely. Because it's literally down to what the club wants to do, because that's what today is like. That's what the modern football's like. It's club development. It's club
Yeah, it's a business.
It's a club vision.
It's a
and
business. It's the
it
target
is.
what they have. Like
When it comes to the playing, everyone needs to be aligned from youth level right up to the board. Everyone has to do the same thing in the same way, and that's the best way you get to consistency and success.
Mhm.
Just like any business, if everyone's pulling in the same direction and doing the same things for the same reasons, it's going to be a lot better than having people doing different roles in different ways to what you're expected to. It's simple. It's logic.
How about the transfers? What are you hearing in the United front? Like, what are you looking at? I see in Frankie De Jongs and
Yep,
stuff like that.
that was a big
And
one. There's they've also been linked to Delit from Juve.
bloody hell. All Ten
There's
Hag players, though.
well, yeah. I think it's that comfortability as well. They've worked with him
Mm.
before, and they know exactly what to expect coming in.
Will
There
Donny
was
get a second chance?
yeah, I think so. Also been linked to Urian Timber, who's a fullback over there. I'm honestly surprised that Daily Blind hasn't been mentioned for a return again, to be honest, to be honest, bloody Dutch players. But again, that could be lazy journalism. That could just be, he's a Dutch manager, so it's obviously going to link Dutch players. Yeah, no, that's about it so far. There's
do
the
you guys
occasional
think
one.
Maguire's gonna go?
I think
Sorry?
so.
Do you think
Maguire.
Harry's gonna go?
Harry,
Harry Maguire.
I think he'll probably be here for another year. It depends on how he goes. Ten Hag won't want to make too many changes, I don't think, until he can source it out for himself and maybe even try little, I guess, variations in tactics. That's really not my strong suit, but figure out who does what the best and then be like, well, okay, you're not going to fit this. You need to go. But I definitely think at least he'll lose his captaincy at the very least.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask, because I also did see Frankie De Jong being linked with Manchester City as well at the same time.
Yeah, and that was around the same time, pretty much exact same time those reports came out. I think the case for Barcelona is that the club want to sell him, but the manager and the players don't want to lose him because of their financial situation. So they're basically there is a little bit of a chance there to get him. I think they wanted something like 70-80 million.
Bloody hell.
Something like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if you can get him for 50-60. It'd be a decent pickup for because he's pretty much like the most expensive player at the best age that can get them the money they need. Anyway, that's by the by.
But he's on crazy wages, isn't it? At Bayern?
230,000 a week, I think he's on.
Bloody hell, flat.
This is one thing that United got to change. They got to change his salary business. Like they're paying players so much money.
They do. I mean, Pogba. De Gea now is on I think 350,000. He's like,
to be honest, he deserves it.
He does. But like, he's getting
money. We don't realize that. Mohamed Salah is not even on that bracket.
No, and that's the thing I'm saying. De Gea is getting paid more than a lot of top strikers and inside forwards.
Exactly. Even Lukaku, the brick, is not getting paid so much.
Oh, mate, Lukaku. Oh, yeah. No, I don't know why he pay the money he did, but it's not United's problem anymore. You can have him, you can keep him, whatever. We don't care.
No. Lewandowski. I'm on that train, bro. I'm on that train right now. And
where do you think Lewandowski is going to go? Actually, do you think he'll come to Chelsea? Because I think he might even end up maybe La Liga.
No, it's a toss-up between Barcelona and Chelsea at the moment. But
no way.
And the thing is, the agent of Lewandowski he's a very, very close friend of Roman Abramovich, and that has been a thing for a long time. And that was why we were always linked with Lewandowski almost every season because of that relationship. But the thing is, we actually tried to sign him last year, but they asked for too much money. This season, he's actually saying that he's gonna go, and he doesn't want to stay at Bayern. He wants to go find new pastures, and that talk between the agent and Chelsea didn't stop at the end of the day, because Chelsea operate in that way. We always keep contact with all these people, and I believe every club does it as well. And now it's a long shot, but there is also a possibility that it could actually happen. So right now I am on that hype train no matter what, because I mean Lewandowski, if he can give us a solid 40 games out of 60 games and
Yep.
have Amando Broja and Kai Havertz, divide, between those 60 games, maybe Broja coming in for 20 games and Kai playing the next 40, and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that attack can be a very, very good, and Lewandowski
Mm,
is no mug. You know what I mean? He's got the
no, and
tech, he's got the ability.
that's the exact sort of thing I feel Chelsea's needed for ages now, because you've got a lot of creative and visionary midfielders and sort of wingers that can do a job, but you don't have anyone sort of to put them away. And
Yeah,
Lukaku just didn't fit. Like but that's the thing. Like Lewandowski can still beat a man. He can skin someone with a bit of ball skill around his feet. That's perfect for
exactly.
The
Chelsea.
guy is 35 years old. I can still do a bicycle.
I think
Exactly. Yeah.
I think he's 33, isn't it? I don't know how old is
Yeah,
Lewandowski.
something like that. Something like that.
Let me see, Robert Lewandowski, his age. It's so cool because all these people, they have no personal life. You know what I mean? Everything is out there in the open. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
33.
exactly.
We could
Yeah,
get
right.
3, 4 decent seasons out of him because of what, the medicine is like, these days, the sports medicine, the recovery. Look at Thiago Silva, 37 years of age, plays like a bloody 30-year-old. You know what I mean? He's so good. And
Yeah.
That's
and
the
Lewandowski.
brain. That's his IQ.
And exactly, and Robert Lewandowski is a very smart footballer. At the end of the day, I am very excited if it happens, because he could play a pass as well.
Well,
He
that's the
could
thing. Yeah,
really
like
play a pass.
he honestly, he's a Harry Kane of the German league. Really,
Oh yeah,
they're in very much the same mold of player.
to-
Harry
and
Kane's obviously only done that in the last couple of years, but yeah,
le-
perfect. Like he's
one thing
better.
at
He's
least.
underrated. Lewandowski is so underrated. He should have won the Ballon d'Or that day when
Oh yeah,
Messi won it.
100%, hundred
Yeah,
percent.
I
And
mean,
yeah,
every
also,
agreed.
year the guy scored 30, 40 goals a season.
the most
Every year
important thing,
without failure.
That's right.
of all of this, the ball sticks to him. Fucking Lukaku, the ball hits him. It's a pass. That first touch is a pass. I don't get it. How is that possible? How did this man become a professional footballer? I have no idea.
Now
His
you seem
first touch is
flubber.
so
You
bad.
know,
That first touch is
I think Robert Lewandowski got a record of scoring 5 goals in 12 minutes or something like that
what?
under Pep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane. The guy, yeah. If he comes to the
Five
Premier League, I mean, what can you say? Haaland, Ronaldo, Lewandowski.
Kane,
That's Kane. Yeah, who else is up there?
Mbappe.
That's about it.
Mane, Salah.
Yeah, Mane, Salah. Yeah, Diaz, Jota. Like, there's a lot. That's a lot of talent in one league. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Man.
it's gonna be peak, and yeah, I mean, hopefully we get this Jules Koundé thing done as well. Everything is looking
Yeah.
very good in Chelsea, except all this fucking stupid journalism that is coming out, which is fear mongering, to be honest. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is. But boys, thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure having you on the stream, and hopefully we can do this next week as well, and we'll have more interesting, because our three clubs do not deserve to be in the sports channels. We deserve to be in the drama channels like HBO,
Oh, tell me
or
about it.
or what is the other good thing? What's
No, I
good
was,
in, like, or the
no,
fucking,
it's it.
or before the Bachelorette in Australia?
I,
You
I
know
was,
what
I
I
was
mean?
going to
I
say we all
hate
just.
that fucking thing.
I was going to say we should be on the Comedy Channel because it's an absolute joke.
Yeah. I mean, we don't belong in the comedy channel. We belong in the drama channel.
Oh
And
yeah, you finished higher than we did, so can't really say much.
yeah, and I think maybe Comedy Central and bloody, we don't deserve to be in any sports channel, and
And,
that's.
how about Arsenal right now, man? We should have had that top four
You
from the
need
get
God,
go.
bro. You need that religious channels,
Jesus
right?
is the answer.
Yeah, Jesus.
What the
Yo,
fuck?
that's the channel that you need. Jesus is the answer. That's the one.
Yeah, you know.
I can't talk. We're in the same position. Don't worry.
Number us is just the fact that it was there, is there in my mouth. That's it, is there. I just need to eat it, but I can't eat it.
Yeah,
He
but
drip fed you and then he ate the thing himself. That's what happened.
but this is also Tottenham Hotspur we are talking about. There is there is more chances of them trying to bottle it in the last game of the
They won't. They
season.
won't. They won't.
But that's what we all think, but that's what Tottenham do as well. And if you do win it, there is also a little bit of a chance that you might be able to do it.
But at the same time, the Burnley game, I watched the Burnley game against Tottenham. Tottenham were lucky to keep that win because Burnley was hunting them down. Like, I haven't seen Burnley playing like this for so long.
But at the end, but
Yeah.
mostly, but that's what Antonio Conte gives, isn't it?
I think Conte, like you mentioned, this is the difference between a great manager and a good manager.
And by the way, you could have got Conte as well. I'm not even joking.
No, we can't. But Holland, it's funny, yeah. Conte don't even want to be at Tottenham.
No,
That's the worst
best
thing.
No, he'll go to PSG. He's just there to
He
fill
don't want to
time.
be at Tottenham, but he's there now, and luckily, if he's going to make the Champions League, perfect for him. But if he did not make it, he will make up. He's such a media manipulator, Conte. Like he will make in a way. The club hasn't got the ambition. We didn't do that. So I'm going. If they want to sack me.
Yeah.
But one thing is, I'll give you one thing. He's such a good manager for the league, and he always gets it done.
Mm.
No, he knows. I mean, listen, as a player, you can't look him in the eyes. The guy look at you like you don't know if he's gonna terrorize you, kill you. You don't know.
Yeah, he's a fucking intense guy, isn't he? I love him at Chelsea. I loved him at Chelsea at the end of the day.
He's a great.
He was
coach,
so
though.
good for Chelsea.
He's
My
blockbuster
God.
though. That's the thing. He
Yeah.
always has those zinging one-liners that could cut anyone down. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
The way nobody talks to Diego Costa that way. Nobody. He just sends him a text and says "fuck off." You know what I mean? What the fuck? This guy has been scoring goals and winning Premier Leagues and just tells Costa to just please, don't come back. What? You know what I mean? You don't do
Yeah.
that. And
No,
but
yeah.
that's Conte for you. But anyway, boys, thank you for joining us, and all the people who has been watching us today live. Thank you for joining us. Please hit that like button. It's very helpful for the channel, and also leave your comments after the thing. And also the last comment by Twisted, as always, like the other day. Should Arsenal consider changing their?
You see how long that figure is? You see how long that figure? I'm 6'1", yeah? It's long. It's quite long. Good. You can go deep, you can go deep in.
But by the way, so
listen, I mean, no, I'm twisted. I mean, jokes aside, like we bottled it. We accept. We're taking that on the chin, and we just move on. Just another year. We just have to hang on. It's not my family. It's my club. I love that club, but they don't pay me anything. They don't pay my bills. So
and also they let you down at the end of the
yeah,
day.
they let me down. They give me good moment in my life, but now I know how to separate emotion, like football
very
emotions.
smart Arsenal fans. You don't see Arsenal fans like Flo very often. Very, very rare that you see Arsenal fans. But before we leave you, just one last time that we got to see this before we leave, and Arsenal ready for Europe.
Yes, we are.
Arsenal ready for Europe.
Yes, we are. We still are.
But yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
for
to be
those
fair, you didn't
moments.
say what European competition.
Yeah,
so
man,
yeah,
this is why I
you're
was
still there, you're
confident.
still there.
This is why I was confident. I knew exactly what I was saying because I'm never gonna shoot myself to Champions League to say, yeah, we're gonna be in Champions now. I know because I didn't feel it, so I knew it.
All
Yeah,
right,
fair.
but anyway, boys and everybody who joined us today, thank you. God bless and good night. And please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, and it motivates us to go on and keep doing these types of things. And as always, as I said yesterday, we got some big things in plan. I hope to have all you boys in those shows, and it makes it a lot more interesting going forward. Yep.
Absolutely. Keen.
Anyway, boys,
That's fine.
thank you.
Thank you, boys.
And good
Thank
night.
you.
See you guys.